Hello, Rhode Island. I'm Derek B. Miller. I'm in Oslo, Norway, which is a little bit like New England. I'm sure there's some ways how, but they don't come to mind. There's snow, and some trees. Yep, there's probably something else. So first, thanks to everyone at Reading Across Rhode Island for picking Norwegian by Night for your 2015 book to share across your state of Rhode Island. Uh, I have some notes here, which is why I'm looking down. It'll keep me brief, which is not really my speciality. First of all, I wish I could be there listening to the panel. I know who's there, and it sounds like it's going to be fascinating. Also under Jim Lewis's stewardship. Hello, Jim. Jim and I knew each other from Georgetown 20 years ago. So actually this is a really special thing for me because despite having lived in Europe for almost 20 years now, with Rhode Island picking the book, I feel like I'm circling back to New England and coming home in some kind of way, and it's nice to have an old friend be the one to chair the panel. So I've asked to briefly talk about or introduce a few themes, and I had a bunch written down, and I thought it would be really nice to come outside and do it outside rather than in my apartment. But since it's so cold, I'm thinking two themes would probably be fine. I guess the two of them that come to mind would be the things that I would want to talk about if I were there. And the first one, which is really broad, and I'm actually going to go so far as to give a really brief answer of my own, is what is, or at least should be, the role of the humanities in our national and civic life right now in the United States. And I know that's a massive topic, but we're talking about books, and not just the joy of reading, but the value of reading. And I think that there's something about it that is, many things about it, but things that are very important to remember. And the second theme is sort of the inverse, which is in Norwegian by Night, what ideas are in there about civic life that affect our humanity? Because all the characters in there have some issues with identity and how their own identity is changing through time and are both a product of the places they were raised and are in negotiation with the places where they live. And that's important too. So here's something to think about, some of my thoughts on the very first one, and then a few on the second one, and then I'm going to go inside because it's nippy. The first one is, I've been working as a social scientist for about 20 years, and I find that the students who come to me for internships and things like that, and then the colleagues that I've worked with, those who have a grounding in the humanities, particularly in high school and in their undergraduate years, are better prepared for almost everything. Why? I don't think it's just because they've read more books, though they have, and it's not just because they're the kind of people already who are inclined to read books, though they probably are. It's that it's sort of impossible to read books and to study the humanities, whether it is ancient Greece or whether it is modern contemporary literature and poetry, without understanding that there are a plurality of ways of living in this world, that there are different ways of being, and that they change from place to place, but they also change in the same place through time. And you can't pick up a book from the 1800s and read it the same way with the same understanding as somebody who would pick up a book today and read it. And negotiating that and understanding that changes you and broadens you. And I find that if you don't learn that early, some people don't learn it at all. And it's really important stuff. The second one, about civic life and our own humanity, is there's something about trying to figure out who we are and how we fit into what's around us. That is inevitable. It's not just something you do when you're young. It's something that you do throughout your whole life. And the answers that you come to at one point might not be the ones that you stick to later. And I think it's interesting. It's an interesting topic for me, and I think it's a theme that runs throughout the book about how different characters, even the villains, are trying to figure out who they are in the places they're in and what they're going to do about that. And that, in some ways, is what starts off the book. And it's one of the main themes that run. I'm getting chilly. It's one of the things that brings us all the way through to the end of the book, where Sheldon, in a sense, returns to the beginning in some kind of way. So anyway, that's 5 minutes, which is probably cutting into your time pretty badly. 5 minutes and 55, 56, 57 seconds. It's been I'm looking forward to coming home in a way. I actually used to live in Rhode Island when I was very young in Barrington for a couple of years. So it's been a long time since I've been there, but New England is I still consider myself a New Englander. So that's part of my identity. And in a foreign place that has snow and trees. So that's about it. Have a great day at the panel, and have a great year dealing with this book. I was wondering what Sheldon would have said if he'd been told that Norwegian Benite had been picked. And I think he would have said something like, "This is the best they could find." Thanks for whatever reason picking the book, and I really look forward to seeing you all soon. So very best wishes from Oslo, Norway.